hello everyone. Why doesn't society value creativity, in general at least? Now, of course, on one level, society does value creativity because people consume music and movies and all of that. But yet, if you actually if people actually want to go into that as a profession, then people will often say, "Oh, well, that's useless. It has no utility. It has no value, or you'll never make a living doing that, or whatever." And I think the reason people have this mentality is because the creative process, how those things are actually made, are far removed, from their lives. So let's give the film industry as an example. So most eh, most states, towns, cities do not have blossoming film industries. It's still very much centralized in Hollywood. Yes, there are pockets of film industries throughout the U.S. A smaller version in New York, and there are also some film industries in Atlanta and Louisiana, all of that. But still, for the most part, it's still very much centralized in Los Angeles. So people have a hard time relating to the creative process because the people around them don't work in those industries, and therefore it's hard for them to understand it. And another reason I think also is, and this has more to do with why people don't appreciate art that is, let's say, intellectually complex, is because people often don't want to be challenged either intellectually or emotionally, that people would rather take comfort in things that are familiar, that have a sense of predictability about them. So people often don't want to be challenged to reflect on their state of existence or on the state of life, and therefore people are very lazy in their approaches to art. And it has always been this way to a certain extent, although I think education has a lot to do with it, because I think that if people are taught and trained to value literature and art from a very young age, then they will grow up with those values. But because our education system is so poor at getting people to read properly and to think critically, people will often grow up having an aversion to creativity and art because of the way that it is taught in school. So I think for all of those reasons, I could list more, but for now, I think those are at least some reasons why people do not value creativity.